Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Laura. We have Bunny next door. This is our last show of the day, and it is our last show at looking at the enveloped in filigree die set, which is our brand new Crafters Select. Now, this launched this morning with us at on the 10 a.m. show, and we are already at almost 80% of the stock of this has gone. So it has been super popular. It is item number 250717. It's on a show price for you of $32.99. You do have the QR code there on the screen as well, so you can scan that and that will take you straight to the product, or you can type in the item number or enveloped in filigree. I'm going to show you the board so you can see exactly what you get in this die set. So you've got your envelope base to start off with, you've got your mats and layers to go on the center, but you've also got the mats and layers there to go on the envelope, and you've got the most beautiful bud style design there that you can add in. This would make such a stunning card completely on its own, in its own right. You could make a card with this and then pop that in as well. There's so many different ways of using this. You've got these lovely labels, which I think you'll use, I know I will, with sentiments. Just cut those out, stamp a sentiment on there, and you've got a lovely mat and layer there with a sentiment to go on your cards. And you've also got a lovely bouquet of flowers with this one as well to actually bring in and decorate these. I'm going to show you some of the samples so we can see what the design team have been doing with these. So just to show you first of all some card ideas, because you can use these just as cards. So this is the mat made into the card base, you can see there, with that lovely bud framework around there, and adding in the bouquet around that label looks so pretty. And then we have another one here where that framework's actually been used to make pretty. And then we have another one here where that framework's actually been used to make the actual card base itself. And if you did want to use them like that, you could pop these cards into the actual envelope itself. There's another one there. So you can see again using the framework, using it as a card. And then I've got one more used as a card. So you can see there, bringing in different collections as well, the florals. How pretty is that? Really lovely. So if I pop that there, and then I'm going to show you some that have been designed as an envelope, which I just think looks so pretty. We had a message, oh, I can't remember the lady's name, Amelia, about so she owns a salon, and she'd bought this in the earlier show, and she was going to use it to put vouchers in to give to her clients, because she owns a salon. And I thought that was such a lovely idea. When you break them down and you look at them, they can be just wallets, so you could use these in more masculine designs or more playful designs if you're making them for children. There's so much you can do with it, and I love the idea of putting like gift receipts in there. You know, I was saying in the earlier show, you know, my son always asks me for vouchers for his gaming console, which is just, I either get a receipt or I print out a code. But you know, even just popping something like that in here, it just elevates it a lot more. And then I'm just going to show you this one before we do a demo, because this one has been designed not as an envelope, but like a wedding invitation. So can you imagine doing party invitations with these like that? It looks so pretty. So lots of different ways that you can use these. So I'm going to show you some basics to start off with. So you're going to cut out that envelope base. You can see you've got your score lines in there. You cut everything out for you. So all you're going to do is fold this over. You're going to fold these two tabs here, and then you're going to fold that top part there. So then all we've got to do now is just fold these 2 tabs in, and I'm going to use red liner tape just for speed. Okay, if I was doing this at home, I'd use wet glue, but just for speed I'm going to use a red liner tape. So I'm going to hold it to give the glue time to grab. But always use a wet glue, especially when you're making something like this that's going to have movement and it's going to get used. You want to make sure you have that strong bond with your cardstock. So I'm going to pull this off, and then all you're going to do then is make sure those are folded in, and you're just going to close that. Now, just like that, you've got your wallet. So you could use that in any occasion at all. This, you could decorate the front of that Easter themed, Halloween themed, it could be Christmas themed, you could do a birthday themed, it could be for anything. It could be get well and there's a spa voucher inside. There's so much you can do with it. Even just adding money into the card, into the wallet, works so well. Money will fit in there, won't it? Yes, it will. I thought Bunny was going to bring me some money then to try it. Right, so we've done that. Now I'm going to grab the panels next. So you've got your matte and layering. So we're going to go in with those. So we're going pink for this one. So let's pop this on there. So if I pop this in, now this layer you could use for your card. So if I pop that there, you can see that fits there lovely with matte around it. So you could also use this as the card that would fit inside if you wanted to, or you could use the actual bud framework on its own, and then that will fit inside. So you've got different options with this. Right, I'm just going to turn that around, and then we're going to put the matte layers on the top part then. So let's add these in. So we've got our pink, and this pink is just one of our perfect papers. So we'll pop that on there. Pop that in. So you've got our layers there, and then you can add in as many of these layers as you want. So for this one, I'm just going to go in with one of the layers. So I'm going in with white. You do have another layer as well that you can add in. So you could add 3 different layers on here, but for this one, I'm just going to add in 2. So I'm just going with the pink and the white for this one. So I'll add those in there. And then I've got the same layers then in the pink and the white to go on this top bit. So that's going to fit in there. And our next layer then. So you could, in the earlier show, we did a couple of different ways of doing this. So we could do, or we could do it with this one actually. We could put some envelope clips. So one of the things I did in the earlier show was I popped a magnet under there, and then when you pop the next layer in, so that tab will fit in there like that. So pop a magnet there and stick that down, and then you have a magnet in that layer there. So when that closes, it will just stay closed like that. Or you can have it where you pop that in there like that, and that will just fit in there. So you've got different options with this one. You could add as well envelope glue. So we've got envelope glue on the website. Now I'm going to try and show you Where did I have it? Can you see it? There you go. So you've got a strip here. Oh, there you go. There. So you can see it. You can see that like shine there. So that's the envelope glue, okay? So we've got envelope glue on the website. $4.99 this is. So when you get it home, just give it a shake. And so you'll see it's all white. So if you've got white settled on the bottom, just give it a shake and disperse it. So what you're going to do with this, I like to use one of the foam pads. We've got these as well on the website. So what you're going to do is wherever you want the envelope glue to be, you can do it. So just like, when you buy an envelope, you'll have the strip that obviously you wet and then it becomes tacky and it sticks together. This is the exact same thing. Okay, so you're going to take a generous amount and you're going to pop this on. I'm going to do it quite big, so I'm hoping you can see it. Can you see? There you go. So you're going to pop that on. Okay, so it is clear when you put it on, but you're going to put a blob on like that. And then all you're going to do is leave that to dry. Okay, and then when that dries, it's going to look like that. And then once you wet that, it becomes tacky again. So you wet it and then seal it. And then you've got your proper envelope then that you've made. So for like this one, what you could do is pop a little bit on there and a little bit on there. And then you could seal it like that. Or you could even put some along there and put a strip along there and then close it. We'll add some on. Let's finish putting the card together and we'll add some on there. Right, so before I stick this down, I have got a sheet of vellum that I've just cut out using the same mat. So that's just going to stick behind there like that. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue on the back of here to stick onto the vellum. And then I'll pop that on there. So you can see I've already cut out that lovely intricate bud framework. We do have, if you're looking at this, we do have an offer on, which is for today only. If you are getting the enveloped in filigree set, we have an offer on our cut tidy of buy one get one free, which is amazing. So we've got the A5 and we have the A4 as well. So you're going to get 2 for 1. So what you need to do is add 2 to your basket, and then when you go to checkout, it'll automatically take the price off of one of them. So add two A5s or 2 A4s to your basket, and then it'll take off the price of one, so you'll only be paying for one. So it's a great time, and the cut ID it's an essential for me. It's something that I never run out of. It's something that's always there. So it's a great way to stock up if maybe you're running a bit low, or you've only got a couple of sheets left. It's a great way to get it at a really good price, because you're going to get 2 for 1. Or maybe you're going to get it for somebody that's never tried it. Because I feel like everybody says as soon as they've tried Cut ID, they can't not use Cut ID. It's one of those things. It does. It makes life so much easier. So we've got that lovely frame there now ready to go. So we've got the envelope, and then you can see obviously we've got the mats and layers there as well. So I'm going to add in the label designs to go in the center, which I keep saying, but I think these are so lovely for sentiments on your cards as well. I think they'll just work in so many different layouts that you do. These will just fit in perfectly. I'm going to pop that one on there like that. And then we'll add the sun in as well. So you've got your matte layer there. And then we've got Scent with Happiness that we can add in. Now, are we going to tuck that in? I feel like I shouldn't have glued in it. Right, so if I tuck this in first, so this bit, you can see that pops out, which just makes it easier then for you to be able to push that in and tuck that in there. So that's what that envelope will look like when that's tucked into place. And then all you've got to do then is add in whatever you're going to decorate with on the front. So I'm going to use the lovely bouquets, which I'm going to say, because the framework with those buds in, as soon as I seen that, I thought I'm going to just use that for background. It looks so pretty and would work with so much. But also, this bouquet, just on its own, I think is so pretty that even that, just on a card on its own, would look really, really pretty as well. You can have them going either way as well. It just looks so pretty. It's nice and colourful as well. There's no, just sometimes you can see a bouquet and there's more pinks in it or there's more whites in it. There's just a lovely mix of colours in there as well. So you can really mix and match it and put it with any colours. You could go with the reds, the oranges, the yellows, the creams, the pinks. There's so many different colours in there. So let's add this in. So I'm going to add Scent with Happiness across the centre bit. So let's grab some glue. We'll add this onto the mat. Was it Petals and Lace? I think this was from. Petals and Threads, that's it. I was close. Close but no biscuit. They are lovely sentiments. But this one, there's a couple on the design team cards as well with the same sentiment. So add that onto the mat. So I've got the same pink and the perfect papers, and then we've got that in there as well. So we've got the sentiment, and then we can add this in there. And then what I'm going to do is let's add this. See, I was going to stick those there, but I feel like I've already done that. I know, should we pop it in the top bit? So let's cut this bow. And then we can pop that in there like that. Let's get some pin flair. And then, yeah, and pop that there, and then let's cut that bit off. So that is going to sit there like that. And then we'll do the same this side. So if I just cut that away. And then we'll do the same on this side. Let's cut that bit because I want that to sit in there. even put a different sentiment now and have it. I quite like it like that. Let's stick it like that. So if we pop that on there, and then add in the decoupage, build these flowers up. So pop that in, and then you've got the smaller part to add in there again. So you can really build these bouquets up, and they look so detailed like that when they're built up. And then we'll do the same on the bottom one as well. Add that in there, and then top it. In there like that. And now so I love the fact as well that you can use them landscape or portrait. There's no, that doesn't want to stay straight, does it? There's no right or wrong. There. This over, and look how much you can build those flowers up as well. That, to be fair, if you even if you've thought of that as a card, that looks amazing. But to have that as an envelope, you know, or it could be a card and an envelope, and then there's just there's a gift card inside, or an experience voucher, or a spa voucher, or maybe, you know, a voucher to go and have your hair done. You know, there could be so many different things in there for you to use, and it's just such a nice way. You know, me and Bunny were saying in the earlier show, I think there's more and more vouchers or digital stuff now, where 9 times out of 10 you just get a receipt or a code, or, you know, it's such a lovely way to be able to give something like that, but it looks like it has a lot more meaning behind it, having it like that in a envelope. So our enveloped do you know why I keep saying it? Because Bunny kept telling me that I had to make sure that I said it right, and she was saying it, she was trying to say it right so many times that she was saying it wrong, and now that's all I can hear is Bunny in my ear saying it wrong. Who else? Who else am I going to blame, Bunny? I've only got you. It's just me and you. That's all I've got. Right, so you can see our dice said, don't forget, we were at the start of the show, we were approaching 80% of the stock has gone. So if you do want to grab it, do get it before it does sell out. It is on a special offer until midnight tonight, so don't miss out on that special offer. There's nothing worse than if you miss out on something on offer. Right, we are going to do another one. So this one, I've kind of gone more, I want to say wedding-y style. I think it's just because of the creams. It was kind of that kind of, yeah, feeling that I got. Now, I do want to say as well, the base of the card, obviously, so I've cut the base out. We've got our envelope there. Now, the other thing that you can do at this point, if you wanted to, is, so when you fold this, obviously that's going to fold up like that to give you your wallet. Now, one of the other things you can do is you can place this, so the framework, it doesn't have a outside cut line. Okay, so the way you're going to cut that out, if you want to use it as a panel, or if you're using it as a mat and layer onto a card, so if you want to cut it out like this, then you need to add the outside mat to it. So when you cut them like that, that is going to give you your panel. So if you remove that part and just cut it like this, this is going to cut into your cardstock. So this could cut into you know, your DL card. But what you can also do is you can pop that on there, and then that's going to cut into this envelope. So the envelope is going to have that built in to the design. And the lovely thing with this is if you did that, I don't know how I'm going to show this, but so let's just, this is cut into that cardstock. The tab here that you fold over is about the same length as that strip that's left there. So even if you did that and you folded these in to glue it, you're not going to see that tab. So if you cut that into there and folded that over, that tab is still going to be hidden within that part that's there. So if you wanted to do that, and then you could put in, like this one has been done like that. So you can see, you can't see the tab. And then you could just add in like a strip of vellum. We've got vellum on the website. You can add in vellum, and then you've got that kind of, it's like a little window, isn't it? Like a little sneak peek of what's in your envelope. Right, so we've got that. Let's stick this together to start with. So again, I am going to use red liner tape. Everybody at home, use a wet glue. So let's pop a strip of this down these tabs. And pop that on there. And then just turn that over. I find easiest just to hold that and then just close it up. And then you've got your envelope for your wallet. You know, at this point, you could put the dinosaurs on there. Do you know, like a gift card? Oh, you could make party invites. And then you could have the party invite inside, and you could put the dinosaur. Oh, I want to rip the dinosaur off the card. You could put the dinosaur on there. Couldn't you? You could have the dinosaur. I haven't got any spare. Yeah. Oh, Halloween. You could do Halloween. Shall I just rip it off? Oh, he would fit perfect on there. I'm doing it. You could put him on there. So you could put like a little note inside with the party details on. You could have him there. Oh, I think that's so cute. Isn't he? With his little hat, and then, or you could do the same. You can mix and match them up. So you could have one party invite like this, and the next one with the T-Rex, the next one with the Triceratops. And you can mix and match them up. Just pretend nothing happened. Look, absolutely nothing happened. Completely fine. So this one, right, so what I'm going to do is on the back, I'm going to decorate the back of this one. So I've cut out, I think these papers, do you get background papers with the die? Yeah, because these background papers I got with my die. So I don't know if they were from something else. Bunny's going to check. and I am going to pop these mats in. So you've got your mat there that's going to go the background papers. Oh, so you do. So the papers that I'm using are free background papers that you will get with the die set. It's like can you make it out? It's kind of like a canvas Hessian design. Also, there's a bundle available with background papers and vignettes, and then there's the usual free download as well. So we're going to add that in, but it's a lovely design, and again, it's something so usable that you won't just stick to this collection. It'll be one that you use with all of your collections. That's going to go on there. Then we're going to add in the smaller panels to go in the centre of that. So I've just cut out in those backing papers again the next one. So that's going to go on there. And then this one's going to go on there. So you've got all those matte layers covered in the die set. So you don't have to worry about absolutely anything. And then I'm going to add in this lovely lace bud panel, which I absolutely love. I think this is definitely going to be one that stays out, that you use, you know, just even for a background. If you're just making a quick and simple card, just having that as a background is going to look stunning. So pop that on there, and then go this side, and I'm going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to add this in, so those background papers again. Pop that on there. Oh, Bunny, do you know, I just realised something. So, so in the earlier show, I was telling Bunny that I'm so disappointed in her that she didn't check that I had the right day glue, because, you know, Bunny made a thing that I had to use the right day glue all the time, and everybody at home agreed with her. So I've made a point of trying to use the right day glue. So obviously before we started the show, I grabbed the pot of glue on the day that I thought it was, and it's not even the right day. And it's taken me all day to realise it's not even Monday, it's Wednesday. Oh. And just to add insult to injury, I was the one complaining to Bunny that she didn't even check it. And I didn't even check. It was on the right day myself. There you go. Next time, okay, it'll be the right day next time. Next show we'll have the right day. Right, now I've also got the panels that are going to fit in there, because every mat and layer is covered in the die set on there for you, so you don't have to worry about any part that needs covering, or, you know, a part that you need to add something in, like an embellishment or something to cover it. You've got your matte and layers there for every single part of this. So when I pop these matte and layers on there, we have got the matte and layers on there plus that bud design, and then we have completed the envelope. The only thing left to do then is kind of decorate it how we want it. So for this one, I've decorated the front and the back, so that you can see that's how that's going to close. I should probably wait for that to dry before I start moving it. But you can see, so what I've done, because some of the other ones, like the one we just did now, I've decorated this side because that's the side the closes. But for me as well, like this, I think is such a lovely space that you could kind of close that bit and you could have this bit as the decorative part, especially if you were gifting it to somebody where you don't need the space to write an address or anything. You can decorate this bit, and then that bit looks lovely like that because you've got that part that comes over. So we're going to do this one a bit different. So we're going to decorate this side, which, and like I said, that as a card base looks stunning, and you can use it portrait, landscape, and you've got a complete card there, which looks amazing. So let's pop that down. Now I'm going to add in the almost like label styles that are going to fit in there. So I'm just going to add some foam tape onto these to raise these up a bit. And the smaller one, that you've got 3 different sizes in these as well, so you could mat layer those up exactly like this part here. So you could add in your 3 layers onto that one if you wish. I'm just going to go in with 2 for this one. So I've got that same background paper there for my first layer, which is just going to go on there, and then the same cream cardstock then for the next layer. So that's going to go there like that, which I just think looks so pretty. And then we're going to come in for this one. Now I'm going to do this one like this. So I've got my sentiment. So I've got Sent with Love, which again, this one's from the Petals and Threads collection. So I'm going to add my glue on here. And then we can pop this on the mat for this one. Oh, I've got a big glob of glue there. Oh! I think it's too warm in here for my glue. Right. So I've done the same colourway again with that background paper and the cream. So you've got Sent with Love. You can see that there. So this is going to sit on there like that. And then we're going to come in with our bouquet. And I'm just going to give this a bit of shape. Add in some shape to this one. So let's add this in there first. So we're going to pop this in there. Like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with those decoupage pieces. You can build these up, and these just look so dimensional when you've got these layers on. It really does add so much to the image. Pop that one in. And then last one, again give that a bit of shape. Pin flare. And then that is going to sit on the bottom there. And then let's roll this up. And then, because I've got different layers on there, then I'm gonna, come on, I can feel it all in there, but it's just not coming out. Well, it is on its last legs, but I can feel it there. Do you know what I mean? So let's pop that there like that. And then you can see how much height you can get in that, and that is just from, so that's the bouquet and then the 2 layers of decoupage that you get in the die set. I haven't like fussy cut or added in an extra layer and cut some away or anything. You get the bouquet and you get the 2 layers of decoupage, and that is going to give you that much height and dimension, which just looks amazing. And then you can see there's our envelope, and then you can just pop it and you've got your envelope ready to go. So pretty. So pretty. So you can see there, that's what we've done using the enveloped in filigree die set. It is on a show price for you. That is going to go back up at midnight tonight, okay? So it's $32.99. At midnight tonight, that will go back up to full price. So it's a great way to grab it while it's on that saving. If you want to take advantage of your basket and add in some extra bits so that you get over that free P&P mark, we've got 2 for 1 for today only on our cut tidy. So you can have 2 packs of the A5, or you can have 2 packs of the A4. So just add 2 packs of A4 to your basket and it'll automatically take the price off of 1. Or you can add 2 packs of the A5 and then do the same. It'll take the price of 1 off. The envelope, I can't say envelope now. The envelope glue, we also have this, is $4.99. So if you wanted to grab this on the cut ID, you'll get into that free P&P mark. So this is what I was showing you earlier. Where's that piece of paper? So, can you see now how that's dried? There, so you can see. So that now, if I wet that, it'll become tacky. So if I close those now, those will set together. So that's how that will work. Okay, so it's really good. You could use it. It is handy. You could use it with other things as well. You know, if you're making gift bags or any, you know, there's other ways that you can use them as well. We've also got vellum. We were talking about using vellum in the earlier show. I know we used a little bit on that demo. I think vellum works so well with them. And we've also got our everyday glue pack as well. This is $14.99. So if you added this in as well, that would pop you over as well. So you've got lots of different options on the website. Have a little nose and have a look on there. Right, so we're going to do a envelope again. Let's move them there. Right, so we've got our envelope here. So we're just going to fold this in half. The score lines are built into the die, okay? So you don't need to worry about grabbing a scoreboard, or if you haven't got a scoreboard, invest in a scoreboard. The die does all the work for you. You can see I'm not even, you know, being careful when I'm doing it. You can literally just fold them over and you've got your perfect score lines there. You've folding that over and you've got an envelope. As quick and easy as that. You have an envelope, or it could be a wallet, it could be lots of different things that you could use it. Oh, do you know what I just thought you could use it for? So if you do journaling or scrapbooking, you could use it as like a wallet on the page, and then if you've got like a receipt or something from the, you know, the memory that you're doing, maybe you've got like a, I don't know, like a train ticket or a concert ticket or something, you could put it in there on the page and then it's safe in there then, and you're not going to get it. Right, let's pull these two off. craft fairs, these would be good, yeah, because you could make these up, or especially like Christmas ones, because you could make them up as Christmas themed, and then, you know, people that do give vouchers or money at Christmas, I think they're so perfect for something like that, because it does make it more thoughtful. Not saying that giving money isn't thoughtful, because I know lots of people, like, if I ask my son, like, you know, what do you want for Christmas? He'd quite happily be like, oh, just money so I can go and buy stuff. Yeah, so he would happily do that. But like for me, I'd want to put it into something instead of just being like, oh, there you go. So it just makes it a little bit more special. So you could definitely do these, decorate them like birthday themed, and weddings as well. I feel like more and more, honestly, I think the last 3 weddings I've been to, because the couples already lived together, so they didn't want any gifts, they just wanted money as a contribution to their honeymoon. And I think that's getting a lot more popular as well. So it's just a nice way of being able to do something like that, isn't it? Something different. Pop this in there. And then I can add this one onto here then. So, and do you want to know something? I don't think there has been a collection. Like, I know it's not a collection, it's a crafter select. But you know, if I look, if I've got time, I'll do it before the end of the show, at the demos that I've done during these 2 shows. They are so different color-wise. Like, I've done a purple one, a pink one, a cream one, a blue one. Whereas, you know, normally they kind of from the same color palette, or do you know what I mean? But these, you could use them in so many different ways. Right, we've got them on there. Then you've also got the mass and layers then that are going to fit on this bit. So this circle, well, overlay part, is the tab that will fit in to close your envelope. Obviously, if you want to use it like that, you could use a magnet. Oh, should we do a magnet again? Because we've got magnets on the website, and I think this is a good way. I'm going to pull that off before that sticks. Magnet. Right, so the tab on the top. Oh, I was going to, oh, it doesn't matter. We'll stick that there. And then put some glue on top of that. And then we'll put that there like that. So your magnet's covered under that tab. And last layer. Oh, do you know what I've just thought? Would look really nice on there and would look really fancy. Do you know, on the website? Oh, we had a pack in you. We had those pearls. Do you remember, what were they called? They are. Oh. Enamel drops. You could add those in. Let's add a couple in. Let's think. And these are also on the website. Oh, Bonnie's saying she's thinking on the price, so she's going to have a check. Oh, $3.99. 84 dots you get. I mean, that's gonna last you a while. I'm gonna add them in there, but you've got different sizes. You can see, like, I'm going down in size to match, but you get different sizes there, and you've got lovely colorways as well you can add in. So we've got that. Now we're going to go on to the inside part. So this is going to go there. Now before I glue this down, what I'm going to do is pop the magnet on. Oh, I've done it the opposite way to my magnet trick, so I can't do my magnet trick now. So that's... Oh, actually, do you want to know what? Hang on. If I cover that bit in glue, put that there. And then if I just close that, and that should be where the magnet is. There you go. Just move that up a little bit. No, I've moved it up too much. Right, so we've got that. Open that. Got there in the end. Right, and then we can go in with our paneling. So this part is where that tab would fit in. So if you were closing it, that would just slot in to there like that. Obviously I've popped the magnet in, so we're not going to use it in that way. We are just going to use it for decorative purposes because it looks so pretty. So we're going to add that one on there like that. And then let me see where that ends. Right, I'm not going to go in with these panels on there because I don't want to disturb where that magnet is by adding in too much. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add this just off of there. She says this is going to work. So I'm going to add, actually I'm going to add the glue on there so I don't glue anything that I don't want to. And I'm going to add that on there. So I'm essentially gluing that onto that tab. Okay, and then grab the sentiment, which is just to say. So again, such a usable sentiment that you could pop on here, because this could be, you know, it could be just to say thank you, or it could be absolutely any occasion at all that you could bring this in with. So that's going to go on there like that. And then I'm going to bring in these. And then I'm not going to glue them. I'm just going to show you. So then if we close that, it'll be like that then. So you've got that sentiment in the center, yeah, holding it. Bringing in your gems, you've got the magnet, There's so much you can do with these. You can just have fun playing with them. There's just so many different ways that you can use them. And again, different occasions, like we just said, Christmas is just around the corner. They could be, do you know what? Can you imagine if you put in there like just some sweets for Halloween? You know, if you decorated them. Oh, so was it Han on YouTube the message saying you could put a small bar of chocolate in them? You could put a little chocolate in there, couldn't you? Or like just, there's just so many ways that you could use them. Endless possibilities of different occasions. It's just such a usable die set that you'd use through the seasons, throughout the year, for so many different occasions. Even in memory books and scrapbookings, we've said as well, they'd be great for little wallets to add into your pages as well. We are almost at 85% of the stock of the die set has gone. We do get a lot of orders in the night as well when people come home from work. Obviously they're in work in the day, so they miss the show. The price is going to go back up though at midnight tonight, so please don't miss out. If you're on the fence thinking about them, then grab the set while it's still there now. That does bring us to the end of the show. Now, me and Bunny are going to be back with you on Monday. I've got the right glue for that, Bunny. We are going to be back on Monday. We've got a brand new collection for you on Monday called Fruits of Labour. So it's a really, really lovely collection. So I'm very excited to be back on Monday to show you that. So hopefully you'll have a lovely rest of the week, a lovely weekend. I hope the sun comes out at some point. And we will see you back here on Monday morning. Bye.